record now. Okay. So like pages. So I have a like page. It's called Mrs. J's Fitness, and this is my background picture. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of like what mine looks like. So it kind of talks about me, what I've been through, and what in real short form, and what's going on right now. Okay. So what is a like page? So, and this is my own words. It's not Googled or anything. It's just kind of what I think it is. So a like page is a page that allows you to share your story, connect with other like-minded individuals. Most of the people that are not a part of your warm market, which we will talk about as well. So it allows you to expand on your niche audience, which is really cool because your niche basically is you. It's who you are, and you're going to attract like-minded people to who you are, which is really cool. Now your warm market is like friends and family and people that are kind of close to you. That's your warm market. Your cold market is people that you don't know at all, okay? And you're going to bring them into your warm market. So that's basically what a like page is. It's separate from your timeline, and it's a whole separate thing that you can create just around your business, which is really cool. So what are some benefits of a like page? As far as benefits go, you have the opportunity to pay for ads and promote your page. Now, when I first did my like page, I did it in October of 2013 when that was like the first thing I did when I signed up as a coach. And it was great, and I got a lot of feedback, and it was awesome. And then a month later, Facebook decided, hey, there's a lot of people that are doing like pages to promote their business, and we're not charging them. So we're going to charge them now. So it does cost money. It doesn't cost money to have a like page. It does cost money, though, to promote your ads and just to promote your page in general. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. So that's, so I wasn't too keen on that part at first, and so I actually dropped my like page for like a good 8 months. I would like check in here and there, but I wasn't really advertising on it or like talking about my market at all. So just do it yourself. Just do it yourself, and I will help you after, okay? And then you can also, you also have the opportunity to promote you, to promote your brand, to promote who you are. And I would say, like, for those of you who are maybe a little bit shy on your regular timeline and don't want to feel like the annoying, like, beachbody person, although I totally don't think like that way at all, it might be a good thing to do a like page for that reason. Just in case you're afraid of that fear of people saying, it's kind of a hard business sometimes, like if you're fearful, of what you think people might say, and you'll get over that fear as you go on in the business. But that's why I like page is great, because you're talking to people that you don't really know. So it kind of makes things a little easier, It could be easier, it could be harder, it could go both ways. So now people may be more likely to follow you and earn your trust rather than automatically just add you as a friend. So this last week I decided for the very first time to promote my page, and I'm telling you guys this just to give you an idea. And I've gotten about 400 new likes to my page, and I probably, let's see, the first like 3 days I probably got 100 people. And so I added them all to be my friends, and probably about 20 of them accepted. So that just goes to show that like people aren't just right off the bat like trustworthy of you and want to add you like into their personal life. Okay, come here. So that's, a like page, you just have a whole bunch of followers that follow you and like to watch what you're doing, and you don't have to necessarily be friends with them, but you can eventually through your trust of you doing your post. Now the other really cool thing is you have an ability to schedule posts without a third-party plugin, which means you don't have to use Hootsuite or Sendables, or there's another one as well, but you can schedule them right on your page. So you could do like a morning post, an afternoon post, and an evening post, and you don't even have to be on Facebook because it's already scheduled for you, which is really cool. Come over here, please. Sometimes people are more likely to share from a like page than a regular timeline. I find that the news feed goes through that a lot more. I'm sorry, hold on one second.
doing stuff.
My husband's not home and my little one needed some help in the restroom. And you can use the like page for business. Okay, now a couple months ago, there was an issue of people going to Facebook having an issue with people using their personal timeline for business. And so I think you need to be careful that you're not like, I haven't had an issue, and I never changed anything I did. So I don't know how they were like targeting some people and having issues with it. But if you're nervous about that, like a like page is a really good way to go because you can advertise and talk costs and all that stuff. And then, like I said before, for some it might just be an easier way to start as you connect with brand new people rather than like your friends and family who, I don't know, maybe they're intimidating or, you know, it just kind of depends on how you want to roll with this. Okay, so those are benefits of a like page. Now, how to develop a like page? A like page is actually really fun because you just make it your own. So this picture right here is the profile picture that I have. So, you know, like the little square. So that's the picture that I have for my profile picture. So you don't want to overthink your name. I actually, oops.
What do you like?
Mine is actually called Mrs. J's Fitness, but after I created that name, Mrs. J's Fitness, like, I don't know, maybe 8-10 months into the business, I actually created a team name, which I like to often go by more, of Fit Mama Posse. And I have a website for it and a blog and everything, but I can't go back and change my Mrs. J's Fitness now. So you don't want to overthink your name, but I would try to, you know, think of something that you like. But just kind of relate it back to you, like who you are. So Mrs. J's Fitness originally Jackson's last name, so that's why I chose that, you know. Use a profile photo of you. Identify your niche. So your niche, like I said, that part should be pretty easy because you're looking for people who are just like you, you know. So for me, moms with young kids, possibly military, like, I mean, those would be, you know, my 3 things that I would look for. Define your target audience. So same thing, like, do you want women? Do you want men? Is there a certain age range? Like, same kind of thing. And then you've got to create content. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep doing that. You got to create content for your page. And so creating content, I'm going to go to the next one and then I'll go back. So creating content and a plan. So what you want to do in your post, and this even goes for your regular timeline as well, you always, always, always want to add value. So I just showed 2 pictures here that are adding value to people. So I'm sharing a recipe, so that adds value so that they can learn how to make a new recipe and maybe add it to their recipe, you know, book list or whatever. And then I also just did, you know, that's just a picture, and then this says fitness is about you starting your own journey, realizing your potential, and then surpassing it. So just kind of like a reminder, like I like to say that adding value is like a reminder to them that, hey, like you are really important and you need to remember this about yourself. So just always like throwing in random quotes and things like that to kind of just add value to people's lives. And I have down here, 80% of what you share should be adding value to people. So like on Facebook or social media or whatever one that you choose, you always want to be doing that. So people want to be following you because it's kind of like you're giving back to them by sharing that with them. And people really like that. You also want to share your story. So you can share it by, you don't have to share it all at once. You can just breadcrumb it. So have little bits and pieces of your story, you know, always going on. So right here of me and my girls, I did a pretty long post about that, and that was about, I used to be pretty depressed when my husband was in the military. It was a really hard life. And so I actually shared how I felt and how like fitness and health and Beachbody like really helped me during that time because it really truly did. And so it just spoke to a lot of people. And it also was one of those posts where it took me out of my comfort zone, but I shared a little bit of my story and why I do what I do. And then you can also share your current story. So right now I'm doing the 21 Day Fix Extreme. And so I'm just sharing like how I'm doing with it right now. So that's just breadcrumbing like more of my story and how everything kind of fits together. And then you want to do a call to action post. So that's like challenge posts or things about your business. So inviting them kind of to join you. So I did this one. This was a little while back, but it was a 21-day new coach bootcamp that I was doing at the time, just to kind of advertise how and kind of bring more people into the business and teach them about it. You can also do like one for a challenge group or whatever action. And then you can also do one, I like the free call to action, so like a free challenge group is a really great way too to invite people into your business, and then eventually you can turn them into a customer. And actually that's how Tanya joined. She did a free clean eating challenge back in December, and then she became a coach just last week. So I'm going to go previous. So does that make sense to all of you guys? Those three things you always want to be doing. 80% adding value, 20% kind of sharing your business and about challenge groups and things like that. Okay, so that is creating content. And then after you have that all set up, you can go ahead and announce your page. And then just be really excited and give people a reason to follow you. There's a lot of like pages out there. There's a lot of coaches out there, but every single one of us is unique, and we have our own thing to share with people that people will be connected to. And don't stress about the number of people that like your page at first. You're just getting out there. You're just starting, like, it's not a big deal. And then be patient. Share your story and your life. And then I said at the bottom, the good, the bad, and the ugly with a positive twist. Go to the next one. Okay. So then I just wrote a few tips here for developing a like page. And I was told to do 10 posts before going live. So I did 10 posts, but I kind of thought that was too many. So I would say 5. And I'm going to give you guys content on what you could share in your first 5 posts that you do, because you don't want to do your Facebook like page and have kind of nothing for people to think about. Because when you're first going live, people are going to want to learn about you and know more about you. Be consistent. So really good times to post. Well, you have to kind of find it for your time zone. But like for me, it's like 6:30 a.m., around noon, around dinner time, and then kind of at bedtime when like kids go to bed. Again, that depends on like your market, like who you're marketing to. So you kind of just have to, play around with it, do a few times, and then figure out which time you get the most feedback at, and then stick with it. Be positive. People like to see people excited. It kind of gets them excited. Encourage followers to share your posts. So if you're doing like a recipe on, I don't know, whatever your recipe is, something that you really love, at the very top you can be like save to share for later, or share to save for later, because if they share it, then it goes on their timeline, and then somebody else is going to see that, which is really cool too. So that's a really great way to also share your page without you actually really doing anything. You could say, tag a friend if they like this specific kind of recipe, or if it's a salad, tag your friend, or teasers. Teasers are really good too. So a teaser is really cool. So on your regular timeline, you could say, I have an awesome recipe that I just put up on really healthy banana muffins or something like that, and be like, hop on over to my page, and then put your page in, and you can go see the recipe. And that's a way to bring more people from your personal page over to your like page. So keep that in mind as well. Giveaways are always good too. I did one when I first started, and it worked out really well. It was a Shakeology cup and 3 packets of Shakeology. And it doesn't have to be an expensive giveaway. People just like free stuff, in nature, we like free things. So giveaways are really good to do as well. And then, share, like, and comment on your own posts. Don't do it right away. Wait until maybe like this afternoon or the evening, and then if you're gonna comment or like on your own post, it will bring it back up in the news feed again. So that's another really good thing to keep in mind. And I always like and comment on my posts like all the time, because if I, because the more that it's brought up, the more other people will see it at different times of the day. And then focus on quality and not quantity. If you don't have anything to really share that, and you're just gonna throw something up there just to have something up there, I mean, you don't have to do it. Oh, can you start? Okay. And then promote your page to expand your market. So promoting your page. So like I said, okay. So I promoted my page last week, like I said, and my maximum was $4 a day. That was my maximum. So according to how many posts or likes you get, the maximum will only be $4. So you can get it down to about 7 cents per like, just depending upon how many people like your page. So if you're gonna promote for a whole week at $4 a day, that's $28 for a week. So it just kind of depends. And we can go over more promoting the page if you guys, want to promote it. We can do like a one-on-one call, and I can walk you guys through it and help you with that. But promoting your page is definitely a really great way to go. I've connected with a ton of people from all over, like North America, which I love, because then I can expand like in other areas besides Arizona and like my hometown, which are bulk of where customers and clientele and coaches are coming from. So we get to expand like other places, which is really cool. You just gotta put yourself out there, which is a little crazy, but that's the nature of the business. Okay, so now post ideas. So you could ask like true or false questions, yes and no questions. Some yes and no questions are like really good ones that people like are about like an outfit or things, beauty kind of type things. People love to, they love to put their input in. Events, like if you're having an event, you can put that up, a local event. Fill in the blanks, like I work out because, things like that, and then it's just like a one-word answer that people put in your comments. Ask your fans for tips on things. I yesterday did a post about shampoo, and I was like, "What's your favorite shampoo?" Like just random stuff. People, I don't know. People like to do stuff like they like to answer things like that. So I don't know, things that you like or things that you don't like. Just get their opinion on it. Questions that stir controversy, and I don't really do that a lot, but I know that sometimes, you can do like a nice one, a nice question that won't like someone like on the page. And like I said before, ask for their opinion. People love when you ask for their opinion. And then before going live, like I said before, you want to have at least 5 to 10 posts done so people can learn about you. Some specific post ideas. So when I first did mine, I led with my story and I pinned it to the very top, and I left it there for about a week when I first did it. I also had a recipe, and then I also had another post about how coaching had helped me. I was doing Insanity at the time, so everybody knew I was like an Insanity freak. And then, so you can share your favorite workout. Talk about how you find time to work out at home. Often that's something that people have a hard time committing to working out because they say they never have time. So tell them why it's a great thing to do is to work out at home. Talk about specific things that you're currently struggling with. And I know I say it over and over and over again, but that's what people connect with, is when you're sharing a struggle, people connect with that. And then show your current transformation pic. People, they'll associate with that. They'll be like, oh my gosh, like she is amazing. She's done so well and she's still moving even through all those struggles. And then have fun, own it, guys. This is like your business. You get to make it whatever you want. Like you're a business owner, so like own it, and you're experts on what you do. Even if you don't know something, just like, you can fake it till you make it, and then you can find that answer out. You know what I mean? And totally be you. Be uniquely you. Don't try and be anybody else. I mean, you can follow the other top coaches, but be you all the time. That's what's going to create your niche market. That's what's going to create your network of people who are just like you. Be confident. I know that's really hard. For me, it was really hard at first too, but as you go more on in this coaching business, your confidence will like skyrocket. And then jump out of your comfort zone. It's hard. It's human nature for us to kind of stay in our own little bubble, but once you jump out there and like you start flying, you're just going to be on fire. And then inspire others, and you guys already do, and then like dream big. Keep those dreams that you have like in the back of your mind, not in the back of your mind, right out front, in front of you all the time. You know, make sure they're written all over the place. And that's it. That's all I have about like pages. And look at your face. I lost you guys. Oh, there you are. Yay! So that's all I have about like pages. And I know I did a lot. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this gets put up on the page. So if you guys want to go back and just kind of watch the slideshows and like write down notes. But this is like one of the very first kind of webinars I ever watched as a coach was how to do a like page. And I just went out and did it. And then I just finally started promoting it now. And I kind of feel like it's helping me create that momentum that needs to be created within the business because there's so many new people that have been added to my network. Oh, I wanted to go back and say something else as well. So you do have a like page or you're going to create one and you do end up promoting it, you can add them as friends to your timeline. And I added like all of them. And then I would just send them a message if they accepted my friend request. And like I said, about 20 out of 100 people do. I just send them a message, hey, this is Sharon from Mrs. J's Fitness. Thank you so much for liking my page. I'd love to know more about you, more about your life, and I'd love to know more about your health and fitness struggles. So when you get a chance, get back to me because I'd love to be able to know what kind of tips and tricks I can put on my page to keep my followers happy, like something like that. And people will get back to me if you're just kind of, out there about it. So it's just a really good way to like expand. And those people now that are brought over to your personal page will see your different posts that you do on Facebook, and then they'll get to know you more that way as well. So I definitely think, you don't have to do a like page. I just thought we'd talk about it. I would say to pick like 2 social media, things that you're comfortable with. So you could also do like Instagram or YouTube or Twitter, whatever you're most comfortable with, you should do. I just find Facebook really easy because the scheduling of the posts is like one of my favorite things about it. So, yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. So does anybody have any questions? I hope that was helpful.
I'm having trouble right now with my like page name. I know you said don't think too much into it, but I think I am.
Wait, who is talking right now? I can't see anybody talking.
That's me.
Oh, you are. Okay, I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time? I'm going to turn you up.
I want to start a like page, but I'm having trouble coming up with a name. And I said not to like think too much into it, but I am right now.
Yeah, of course you are, because it's just because it's normal for you, to want to have a really good name. But you don't before you go. So you can still create your like page and change your name before you go live. I'm pretty sure. Hang on, I actually wanted to go on and show you guys. Can you guys see that? Or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, hang on.
Just the same screen as before.
Okay. Okay, I will double, okay, so I will, oh. Oh my gosh, sometimes I'm so confused. Okay. Anyways, I laughed all your faces. There's mine. Okay, anyways, so I'll double check on that, but I think that you can change your like page name. So when you get all that content done and all that before you go live, you can change your name. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, like mine is Mrs. J's Fitness, and you can change it all the way up until you have 200 likes on your page. And I know that for sure. But then after that, you can't. But what I mean by overthink is like just don't let that stop you from doing your like page. You know what I mean? Because you can't come up with one. And one day, like a light bulb will just go off and be like, oh my gosh. Like, Darlene, what's your name?
It's Darlene D Fitness.
Yeah, see? And you know what? That's a really good thing, too. Just doing your name is awesome. People will find you a lot easier. Yep. So you could just do, like, Tanya Barnes Fitness. Like, actually, a lot of, like, really top coaches, they just use their name. So, yeah. So don't be, I mean, there you go. There you have your name, Tanya Barnes Fitness. Yeah. So, yeah. Any other questions?
Sharon?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can, yeah.
Okay. I heard that Hootsuite's going down. Like, they're not going to allow us to post from Hootsuite anymore, like middle of April or end of April. Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about Hootsuite. I heard about another one that I've never used before. So, I'll look into
Was it Edgar or something?
Yeah, but there's also Sendables. I've never used it. We can look into that one and see if you can do scheduling from that. I don't know. But you heard of Hootsuite too?
Yeah, there was a notice on Team Forward Fitness that they're getting rid of Hootsuite, which messes me up because I use it all the time.
You know, that's really strange because what else will you schedule things for? You know what I mean? What else is Hootsuite used for if you're not scheduling something for a...
Well, I'm at work all day, so if anything's going to be posted, I have to pre-post it. I don't have data on my phone.
Is it just for Facebook groups, so like your private groups, or is that for your timeline as well?
It's for everything. I preset it for my challenge group.
No,
sometimes I'll sit here and I'll just preset.
No, go ahead.
You kind of have to do it that way, Sharon. Life is busy and I'm not at home.
Oh no, I know. But are they just taking away the ability to Facebook or on your timeline?
I don't know. I just heard you wouldn't be able to use Hootsuite anymore. What was the name of the other one?
There's one called Sendables. So Sendables is similar to Hootsuite. I haven't used it personally, but it's similar to Hootsuite. So I'll have to look into that as well. Yeah.
Okay. Because I heard they're getting rid of it the last week in April. They're not allowing third-party posting.
That's really, you know, I wonder they'll come up with something that's gonna screw up like.
I actually heard that Facebook is not allowing it, so it doesn't even matter what.
I wonder if Facebook. Oh, I see. I wonder if Facebook is coming up with their own way to schedule or something, because they already allow you to do it for like pages, you know. So maybe they're coming up with their own way. I don't know. But that stinks. I wonder. Oh yeah, I guess it's just Facebook. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to come up with a game plan and figure that out. Okay. Well, how's everyone else doing, Darlene? How did your month go? Okay, you guys, I'll be right back. My dog just got out. Hang on. I'm sorry. You can talk, though.
Who's all on? I can't see anyone. Darlene, are you
Me,
on?
I'm here.
Who's me?
Darlene.
Hi, Darlene. It's Lorene.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Tanya.
Hi.
Hi, Tanya.
How are you? Are you friends with Katrina Barker?
I don't know. Is Katrina? Am I what?
Friends with Katrina Barker?
Yes. Yeah, I met her in spin class.
Yeah. She said she mentioned you tonight. Actually, she said you were doing the Grapes of Wrath together.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Very excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it before. Piece of cake. Well, I did Tough Mudder a few years ago, so Grapes of Wrath is a piece of cake. Hi, baby. You look the same as I remember you when you were a kid.
That's funny.
I think I've probably seen you in the, you're still in Fort Erie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've probably seen you around somewhere then. Sit down. I don't have any babies at home anymore.
Well, if you see me around town, I have three in tow.
Wow. I used to.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just have a dog.
I have one of the
Oh, yep. Mine's sitting on my lap.
I have a lab. I'm going to stop recording.